What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the third episode of the God of Highschool. This one's titled Wisdom/Kingdom. Okay, so we've gone from Renewal Soul to Wisdom Kingdom, stand up. Wisdom/Kingdom, eh? Well, I think we're going to be getting into a more of the... Like, we've got the basic premise of the show set up, right? It's a bunch of high school kids fighting to be the best in their region, and then going on to, So this is the best in Seoul, the capital, and then that will be the entirety of Korea. All the winners from individual setups there will come together and fight there. That's the basic premise that we've been sold on, and what our characters know is happening. However, there's the entire subplot going on that's going to become the main plot, which is this whole Charyok and whatever Park is up to. What was his name? Mujin Park. So, in the beginning of the last episode, he just straight up walked into the Pentagon, past Secret Service, to have a direct communication with the President of the United States, which is based on Robert Downey Jr. for some reason. And apparently you guys told me that in the actual webtoon it's actually meant to be Obama, which is kind of interesting. I guess Obama was... Why would they change that for the anime adaptation? I guess so they can avoid any form of political anything happening, or perhaps because you can't do a real person in anime form, but you could get away with it because it was a webtoon? I don't know, there's probably some legal thing that would forbid them from doing an Obama for the anime and voicing it. I don't know. So just basing it off Robert Downey Jr., sure, why not? It's not actually him, of course, but you know. So yeah, whatever Park's doing, I mean, we saw he's got the cross on his hand, right? We saw him squash the people that were threatening him on that island. It seems the Secret Service and the US are obviously aware of it, naturally. They'd be interested in basically anything they see. It's probably a small island off the... Well, would it be off the US coast? Or would it be off the Japanese or Korean coast where the US does have military presence? I assume this would happen near Korea, more than likely. Because then he flew over to America to the Pentagon. So, I think that's how it works. So yeah, we're realizing that the guy that we've been fighting recently, I forget his name. Is it Mansuk Kang? Is this the guy? I think this is the guy, Mansuk Kang. The reason why he seems so riled up is because he has been approached to this before any of the other characters seemingly have, for seeing if he's compatible with Charyok or whatever the hell that is. Apparently he's not compatible, or he doesn't respond well to it that they would hope. So I think my initial guess for this series is that Park and whatever this group is that he's working with knows of this Charyok power, knows how to get it, and knows how to infuse it with people in some way, to the point where they can wield it for some purpose. What purpose he wants this power for, I don't know, because he seems to be rising up and up into government and political status. I think he's going for election of Prime Minister or President of Korea, whichever one it is. I still can't remember which one they actually have. So I don't know what his actual purpose is and why he needs high school students that, in theory, he could infuse with Charyok, or... I don't even know if it's an infusion, if it's a blessing, if there's religious connotation, if there's just magical connotation. I don't know what the premise of this world is. So I guess we'll find out, hopefully this time, because in the fight, Morijin has been taken aside by the commissioners, as they seem to be called, based on Annie Listing's listing for their characters. They're called commissioners. And they all have a letter or something. Maybe we'll get some explanation for that later. But we also saw Gamdo Girls fight against Mansuk. Impressive fight. And we also had the character moment between Mira, Dawi, and Mori as to why they're here. Morijin's just the basic, I want to fight strong people and get stronger myself. Like the very, very typical main protagonist answer. Dawi has probably the most realistic and understandable answer. He needs money, seemingly for family who are... I'm not sure what family, perhaps mother, based on the brief glimpse we got, who is in hospital and is in desperate need of surgery, but he can't afford it, obviously, and normal people can't afford the huge medical expenses that might come from such a desperate operation. So that's why he's doing it. He wants to get the money. I assume there's a money element to this as well as just fame, so that he can help his mother, sister, whoever it may be, through hospital. And then Mira has the ambition of reviving her family's dojo, hence why she's proficient with sword. It's her own style, her family style, and she wants to revive that back. And all of them were approached by a commissioner of sorts with an envelope delivering it to them. And I wonder if all of our characters that we're going to meet over the course of this tournament have some drive that wants them to be stronger and wants to go for a true purpose. And I'm wondering if that purpose ties into why or how Chariok is given, if it is given in the first place, or if it's unlocked from within. We all have Chariok, but you need to know how to unlock it and use it or something. I don't know. I'm just working off guesses here based on typical anime stereotypes that I have learned over the last 6 years. Hopefully it's going to be something completely different and I'll never even guess it, but you know. So, we're going to continue on here and see exactly what we can get into. I assume we're going to be getting more one-on-one fights, because that seems to be what stage of the tournament we're in. I have no idea who we're going to be getting. Hopefully one of our main characters. It would make sense for... Well, Mori Jin might even be getting disqualified, because he should be disqualified for his actions last time out. Might be Doi, might be Mira. Not sure which. It might even be another side character, because we did get one side character. Maybe we're going to get a side character and a main character fighting each other? Or each would fight... I don't know. Well, I guess we'll wait and see. So, let's get into this, shall we? As always, these are time-based reactions. So, bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the timer for the episode. I'll count us down 3, 2, 1, play. And on play, you start the footage, I start the footage. We're in sync. I'm watching the Crunchyroll version, since it's Crunchyroll who's actually making this show along with Webtoon. It's one of their original series. So if you're watching that version, you're going to be in sync with me. If not, wait a week, and this episode will be completely free for everyone to watch. So, with all that said, I need to go fix my door, because my dog pushed it open. Alright, door sorted. Let's get into this one in 3, 2, 1, play. Crunchyroll Originals. I've left the volume up too high. There we go. Oh, hello. Oh, what's the elephant with all the arms? Oh, what's that one? Is it Ganesh? I think it's Ganesh. That's an old-style radio. Okay, it's a cult. There is definitely religious cult affiliations. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay, it's a religious context. May God be with us. Alright. Alright, there is definite religious connotation to this entire power thing. Cool. And now that we've heard pretty much every... Oh, it makes sense as well. Demons are typically used in religious connotation. That makes sense. But now that we've seen all the OPs of this season, I can safely say this is the best OP this season. At least for me. I like this style of music. It looks good. It doesn't spoil anything either. Like, everything you see in this OP has basically been shown in the first episode. There are some characters that get, like, a still, that you can prove that they're important later on. So, like, especially towards the end of this, you'll start seeing characters that we haven't really met too much of, but we know they're going to play in the story at some point later. But all this is just the fighting from the initial battle royale at the beginning of the first episode. And then, yeah, there's all the characters, and one of those was from the cult that we just saw as well. Alright, here we go. Wisdom/Kingdom. Alright, Commissioners under Park. As expected. Hot damn. He's not able to continue. Okay. Oh, he's completely broken. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, completely mentally broken. Yep. Yep. Okay, she raised the point. No, we must observe him. Family. Jin Taejin. Okay, so that's a name that Park is aware of. Match number 9, alright. I see a sword. Mira, okay. Mami-son. Ah, it's the wrestling girl, okay. Chibi form, of course. Doubt. Alright, here we go. Oof. Up against the ropes. Oof. Oh, off the top. Calling out the names. Jesus Christ. Pan American. Oh, okay. Queen Amazoness. Alright. Still blowing bubblegum. Any wish granted. Uh huh. Alright. Sure. Alright. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. I mean, yeah. Don't blame her. Many guys would aim for the same thing. You sure about that? You say that. Oh. The bloody bomb. Oh, damn. Oh. And celebrating, of course. Ho ho. Here we go. Okay. Jesus. What blade? Ooh. Excuse me? Nails? Excuse me? Okay. This fight got very anime all of a sudden. Very anime all of a sudden. Okay. I have no explanation for how that worked, but sure. Wow. I'm sure you will at some point. Oh, here we go. And what will that be? Alright. Okay. Interesting. Ah, because he was the one that approached him. Wow. Alright, you riled him up now. Now he accepts it. Oh. Jesus. Decked. Alright, there's the commissioner. Hmm. I think you just pointed to the stage, so why was that dramatic? I don't know. Well, normally, but they see potential and he has a link to a grandfather which is relevant to Park in some way. Oof. Right. I mean, neither was hers. She. That's a shot. Uh. Yeah, her being able to cut people with her bare arms like that's not normal. Sure. Okay. Hmm. Something tells me they're not normal fruit now. Yeah, he's trying to enhance him in some way. They're the commissioners, of course they are. Don't know about that. Yeah, reckless. Okay. Okay. Aha, there is relevance. The Elder. What were locked up? The fruits? This got all weird and interesting. So those fruits have some. Of course, he just sees fruit. He's the real deal? If he really is a descendant of him, I guess. Oh, he's okay. Oh, damn, yeah. Alright, well, they had a reaction. Was it the right one? I mean, maybe that was the correct reaction? I don't know. Huh. And we're back from our breaks. We're back to happy music and the hospital. Oh, it's not a woman, okay. I thought it was his mother that was sick. Maybe it's a brother then. Alright. So it's his brother that's in the hospital. Yeah. My sister, not. So maybe he's not the brother. Best friend? I don't know. I wonder what the relation is here. I can't tell if it's an actual family relation or if it's just a friendship. Yes. Okay, so it's not family, it's friendship. Zungte, okay. Oh boy. You're just asking to be beat. The fact that your spine is going to be in half in a minute. Oh, okay. I kindly request you leave this office building so I can whoop your ass. Yeah, he's not going to lose his cool whilst on the job. Oh, he wants to. Just not at work because he cares that much about it. That's a nice touch. That's actually quite a nice touch. Oh, here we go. Main guy versus the book guy. That doesn't even look up from it. Everyone's watching on, of course. Alright. Aha. So very analytical and understands all his competitors. Alright. I like the start. He has a baseball bat? Ooh. Ooh. I like this delayed hits that are happening. Mm-hmm. He studied everything. That's a point. But what about when someone does the unpredictable and reckless? I wonder what happens then. Or if someone breaks out a style you're not used to. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Unexpected. Haha. Alright. What? Really? What? Okay. Still has his morals about it. Even in a competitive tournament. Definitely. Doesn't want to win with a cheap moment like that. Ooh. Oof. See, I'm wondering how much of this is for effect because anime, or is it actually a result of the Chariok stuff that is implied. I think it's just meant to be exaggerated martial art. You say that. But he's not gonna take that. His determination is too strong. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, damn. 72, Jesus Christ. Oh, alright. Stance? Sure. I mean... Okay. Thank you, Studio Mappa, for just existing. Just straight punch. Alright. Yes. I love this. Ooh. Ho ho. Every hit has impact. This is what I miss from Decadence. Every hit, you feel the impact of it. And out he goes. Alright. Mm-hmm. Right. Barely hanging on. Right, yes. He's still out on the floor. Is he gonna open his eyes now? He sees something. Stylized something? I can't see. Looks like a monster of some sort, maybe? Right. This was a test to see if he can make it in time based on the fruit that he ate. Yep. He's the real deal, apparently. No, he's passed out in his room bleeding. Handicap, okay. Alright. Wait, what? What? Oh. The speed. Huh. Alright. Oh. And we Persona now? We JoJo? 25. Jesus. Does everyone see this? Very good question. What? Okay. Yeah, we Persona. Sure. What blocked it? Nothing. Just went easy on him. Okay. And they held him down, okay. Went overboard. I mean, yeah, I suppose normal people aren't meant to see that. I hope you have a way of wiping the memories. Mm-hmm. So carefree. Tiger Cub, huh? Hmm. What was the grandpa working on? Was the grandpa the origin of this? In some way? Okay. Okay. Oh, so I guess that's who the friend is. That's the one that's now in hospital, I'm guessing. At first I thought it was the mother, but no, it wasn't even a female member, it was Not even a family member, I don't think. Okay, so the chariot has some religious connotation now. It's a cult-like appearance as well. Although I don't know if the cult and Park are... I don't know if Park and the cult that we've been revealed to are linked, because it would make sense. Because he talks about what elder someone said that they shouldn't be consumed by a normal human or something. Also, normal human, so implying that Morijin is not a normal human because of some reason, and now he's been called the Tiger Cub of his grandfather, meaning he's a project or a special instance that can be worked with for this power, I'm guessing. This is very, very interesting. I didn't expect the whole, like Persona JoJo stand type things to happen with the power. I thought it'd just be imbuing their attacks with it, not just straight up having something to fight for you. I would have much... Well, maybe that's just one application of Chariot. Maybe that's just his application of it. Instead of enhancing his own physical fighting, it's just that you get someone to fight for you. Or maybe that's just what it looks like to... Maybe that's just what it looks like to Morijin, because he doesn't understand it yet, and he sees it as a vision of something fighting him. I don't know. If that is really what Shanrock is, the whole Persona stand thing, whatever's, I would like that much less than what is kind of implied in the art for the promo art for this show, where you can see elemental effects being applied to our characters. Like, for example, the guy in the back with all the flames and stuff. Eyes flaring up there. Earth powers. Things flying off. Like, that would be much more interesting, because then it keeps the actual physical fighting elements relevant in the show, because as soon as you have some other entity now to fight, it's like, well, you're bound to whatever that entity fights, and you then get pretty samey. Whereas actual, like, martial arts and sword styles and stuff, you don't see too often. So I would hope that they just infuse it into that rather than have these stand things that fight for you. That's just my personal hope of the show, but I guess we'll find out as we go on. So Park is now fully aware that the Tiger Cub, that is Morijin, is important, and they do not want to lose him because he is special, naturally. I mean, the fact that his eyes are these plus signs, that has some relevance, right? There is something about that eye design that is going to be relevant, because you don't include a very specifically weird character design and then not go anywhere with it. The question is, what is that relevance of the plus cross in his eyes? Because if we go back to Winter Season with Dorohedoro and Kaiman's design, he had that red plus sign over his eyes, which implied he was I forget the terminology of it, but it implied that he was one of the users that did not have innate or very low magic usage. I forget what that actual type is called. The cross eyes, yes. One of the many magically impaired members of Sorceress Society. That's what the plus sign would denote on them. So it's like those little weird things and character details that separate them from other characters, they have some relevance somewhere. So now, same with Raihel from Tower of God last season. The fact that she had the snake-like eyes, indicating that she was a betrayer, she wasn't to be trusted. It was a nice little character touch that is very minor but means something. And I mean, this one's very obvious with the plus signs, right? Like, it's very obvious how his character design is kind of different. So, what the relevance to that is, I don't know. Whether that has some symbol to the religious cult thing that we're building up, I don't know. I wonder if the multi-armed goddess or god that we saw at the very beginning of the episode, I wonder if that is meant to be like a reflection on, was it Ganesh? Did I say? I think it was Ganesh, right? Yeah, Hindu god. The elephant with multiple arms. I wonder if that's meant to be a Ganesh reference. Although Ganesh was only 4 arms, right? Yeah, Ganesh is only 4 arms, so... I don't know, it just still... Ganesh was the first thing that popped in my mind as soon as I saw that god figure. So let me just rewatch that first little bit. They're listening to the tournament over radio. Very old school radio. Alright, so we've got this cult-like appearance. Everyone's in hoods. There's a lot of them, by the way. Figure stands up in the red hood. Time's now at hand. So we've got... I assume these are going to be relevant later on. Purpley silver hair guy. Girl, red hair with a ball gag in her mouth. I wonder what that's all about. Eye patch with a red glowing eye. Bandages across the chest. Very seedy looking man. A sly looking one. All shall proceed according to God's will. May God be with us. We've seen his character in the OP, I believe. There's a symbol on the back of his chair. I just don't know if we get a good shot of it. There is a symbol on the back of his chair. We don't really get a good shot of it. Like, his hood obscures it, but it looks like there's... Can't tell if they're like wings or what that are protruding from it. Interesting. I'm wondering if they're antagonistic. I mean, they're kind of portraying them as antagonistic, right? But I wonder if they actually are antagonistic or if that's something that Park is working with. I wonder if there are 2 competing factions of it, where Park is trying to get rid of this underground cult thing, and what they want, because they talk about a key, right? Let me just go back and double check by breaking it. Here we go. Time is now at hand, blah blah blah. We must find the key to realizing our wish. Now, how much do you want to bet that the key to realizing their wish is Morihjin? Like, that is the most common answer, I think, for any of these types of predicaments. Morihjin is going to be the key to it. He doesn't know it. Park knows that he's the tiger cub or whatever of the grandfather. So we need to learn more about the grandfather and what his importance in all this was. How did Park know the grandfather? Is it the grandfather that was one of the first or one of the main bishops or whatever of this entire Chariok stuff? What does it mean to have Chariok? Is it something that you are innately born with? Is it something you must receive from someone? I'm really curious as to how this works. And this is good. This is exactly what I want from this show. It's got cool action scenes that have impact. Every single punch, every kick, every sword hit, every cut. It all has impacts that makes you really get into the fight. Great. It looks good. Thank you, Studio Mappa, as per usual, for being fantastic in everything you do recently. But then you have the intrigue. What is going on with this world? Why does this power exist? What purpose does it serve? Are there multiple purposes to this? And is there an antagonistic force, maybe this cult, that wishes to use it for ill? And what ill is that? Is Park on the good side or the bad side? There's a lot of questions here in all of this, and I can't wait to have half of them answered and then wait for season 2. But yeah, actually, this is a good time, before I wrap up, to ask those of you who have read the webtoon, because this is an adaptation of the webtoon. I obviously have not seen it. I've never read any webtoon product ever. I've read very few manga or light novels. In fact, I've never read a light novel. I have read well, I own one manga, and that's the one over there, the Nisekoi manga, from like 4 or 5 years ago when I first started thinking I should read manga. Then I read my first one. I was like, yeah, no, I can't afford to keep this hobby up, so I stopped. Yeah, back then I didn't have a job, so obviously I couldn't afford to do it. Now I could if I wanted to, but I'm not into reading. So yeah, compare this to the webtoon. How is this doing, pacing-wise, in relation to how big the God of Highschool project is? Because I know Tower of God, the first season of the anime covered the first season of the webtoon, and the webtoon's on season 3, but season 2 is much longer in comparison to season 1. How is this doing on adaptation pacing? How is it doing on including things? Is it skipping things? Is it rearranging things? If it has skipped anything, don't say, just in case they want to reference back to it later. So no spoilers for things that have already happened, unless it's a scene that has clearly happened in the show, and they skipped over a minor detail, or they changed detail like Obama instead of Robert Downey Jr. for the president, for example. That sort of detail I'm fine with. But anything relating to Chariok, this cult, or anything like that, I don't want to know just yet, because I want the show to reveal it in the way that it wants to show it as an adaptation. I want it to naturally have it, instead of saying, oh, the webtoon would have told you this by now. And it's like, well, no, the anime's restructuring it to have a different impact, so I'll just make that point now. But I do want to hear about how it's doing compared to the webtoon, for those of you who have, of course, read it. Anyway, with all that said, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm loving the show. It has a lot of intrigue, and that's what I want from a show like this. It's got the cool action scenes. It's got good character designs. It just looks good. The music's pretty good. Like, aside from the banging OP and good ED, the insert music that they use for the fights and everything, they actually really get you into it. And then, of course, you have the intrigue of it all, wanting me to find out more, wanting me to learn more, wanting me to continue on to next episodes. So this easily passes the 3-episode rule. We're going to be continuing this one to completion. I can guarantee you that for now. And then we'll see if this gets announced as a second season. If it needs a second season, I don't know how long this story actually is. I don't know how big this webtoon is. I've not heard of this one. Like I said, I'm not a webtoon guy, so I don't know that. But that's you guys in the comments are going to help me out with that. So leave your comments down below. If you want to have more in-depth discussion about this show, there is a Discord server in the description where you can come chat with me about any of the shows I'm watching this season, or any show I've watched in the past. I have an AniList account link directly on my YouTube channel as well, so you can find out what shows I've watched, and see if I'll be looking at sequels for those shows. If they're upcoming, you'll know I'll be wanting to watch them, and things like that. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, which I'm very much looking forward to, as well as the rest of the Summer 2020 lineup you can find on my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.